Welcome to Duality Gamecast, sponsored by Gladiator Games. Today's Quick Hits episode features Red7.
Welcome to Duality Gamecast. Today is a Quick Hits episode where we're going to review the card game Red7. William, how does this game play?
It's pretty simple. The goal is not to lose at the end of your turn. To set up, each player is dealt a hand of 7 cards, and then each player is dealt a card in front of them face up. And then you start with this one particular card in front, which sets the game state. It has a rule that says highest card wins. The highest card also goes first in the game. So on my turn, I just have to make sure I'm still fulfilling the rule requirement at the end of my turn, and I'm the winner. So I still have the highest card right now, but I can do a couple things. On your turn, you can play a card from your hand, simply adding it to the board and saying done and passing as long as you're still winning. You can also play a card to the board and change the rule from your hand. So I'm going to play this one here and this one here. This has the most different colors. I have 2 different colors. Man only has 1. I'm winning. I pass the game. Finally, on my turn, I can also just play a card from my hand to change the rule as long as, again, I'm winning still. This says highest card wins. I still have the highest card. Pass to Matt. Play continues like this until people cannot fulfill the requirements and they're dropped out, in which case last person wins. All the cards they have that fulfill the requirement, they keep as a score. You play to a certain number of points based on the number of players. Matt, what do you think about the art and components of it?
Yeah, Red7 really tricked me. The look of this game is like an old school mass market card game.
Uno, something like that.
Uno. It has kind of an older retro-y font. The colors are just, very standout, basic looking colors. Well, there's a little pattern, but you don't see it at first. And the box is this really simplistic black and white box with a splash of color on it. So I was not expecting a lot from this game.
No.
From the art and graphic design. It's all completely usable, easy to read, easy to understand. The rule book was pretty simple. You do get helper cards, which are very nice, especially because color rank in this game is very important, and the rules of different color cards change in the game is very important. So the helper cards are great to see. The cardstock's a little thin. It has a very faint linen texture, but they're a little thinner than I would like. They were smart on the back to give you a white border, so you're not going to have to sleeve this game for a very long time.
Yeah.
So although I enjoy this game a great deal, I'm just sort of okay with the art and component quality. William, how would you rate this game?
I'm going to rate this, honestly, I almost want to go with a must-buy on this one. It's a game that, like you're saying, it has that, it looks like, oh, it's Uno.
Yeah.
But this game is nothing but choices, nothing but strategy. Every card you play completely affects the board. You can plan your hand, turns in advance, but at the same time, you can plan, but you also want to try to ride a wave. You might see what somebody has and realize that they can probably one-up you, but then you can one-up them on your turn. Mm-hmm. So you'll hold back and let them kind of hang out, let people burn cards out of their deck, so you have more cards to play and more options. You can win hands, but only get like 2 points out of them based on what you played, or you can win hands and get like almost the entire score you need in one turn. And it's all based on how you play, how the cards are dealt to you, but a lot of it is really how you play and how you play off of other people. So yeah, I'm going to have to go with a must-buy. Matt, how do you feel?
I'm going to go with a must-buy as well. This is an excellent, excellent card game. You combine that with the price point, there's no reason not to add this to your collection. The meta game in this game is way more than I ever would have imagined just looking at it. You're metagaming every player's turn, not just your turn. You're rationing your cards, planning ahead, but then also having to respond to the constant change in win conditions. Sometimes you're rationing, you're trying to figure out, am I going to play the 2 cards this turn, or am I going to just play 1 and try to limp along and build the longer score strategy, or just to try to outlast people? There's a lot going on. Also, there's 3 levels you can play this game at. You could just play this game as a basic one round type of game where, first person or last person up wins.
Yeah.
That, and that might be a good way to teach it to someone for the first time, or someone who doesn't play, super gamery games a lot. Then you up it to the next level, the level that we were talking about and we really like.
Keep it score.
Where you're keeping score and you're playing multiple rounds. And there's a third level where the odd number cards have special abilities when you play them. Right now, my feeling is that might be just a little too much.
I think it pushes it to, from my standpoint, we really haven't played it, but it looks like it just adds chaos to it.
Yeah.
Because then every card's taking cards off the board, moving stuff around, so it takes away the planning aspect of it.
Yeah.
So I think that almost, in a way, turns it more into like a Flux style game than what we first thought this was going to be. We're like, oh, this is like Flux, but with color. No, this is a planning strategy game. I think the other option turns it to that.
Yeah, so you've got a very introductory, simple level you can play this at. You can a more advanced metagame level you can play this game at, and then you've got the crazy Flux level you can play it at. I prefer the advanced, but you know it's gonna appeal to a lot of different people, so must buy for me. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you. Hey guys, after recording this video, some questions came to mind, and I want to know what games for you start out looking kind of like maybe write-off games, but turn into something really amazing and meaty that you want to play again and again. Let me know in the comments below because I want to check them out.
Thanks for watching this Quick Hits. Click right here to subscribe, and thanks to these people for making this video possible.